My beloved child, stop. Right now. Stop worrying, stop overthinking, stop letting fear take the lead. I know you're tired, not just in your body but deep in your soul. So many questions without answers. Doors closing for no reason. Sleepless nights that no one else sees. And through it all, you keep trying to hold it together, keep moving forward, keep smiling so others don't worry. But inside, you're screaming. So today, I speak to you, not with thunder or fury, but with the gentle words your heart has been longing to hear. Stop worrying, my child. I am your God. Not a distant deity, not a vague idea. I am the one who created you, who saw you in your mother's womb, who held you when you wanted to give up, and I have never taken my eyes off your soul. Not for a single moment. I'm not just with you when you're strong. I am your strength when you're weak. Not one tear has fallen without me catching it. Not one sigh has escaped your lips without me hearing it. There hasn't been a single dark day I didn't walk through right beside you. You think I'm late, but truly I've been preparing. You assume I'm silent, but really, I've been speaking something greater through the stillness. You asked me to reveal myself, and today, this very message is my answer. Listen carefully, not with your ears, but with your heart. Because right now I want to shift how you see the world, how you see yourself, and how you walk out your divine destiny. Don't click away. Don't miss this. Because I'm not just here to comfort you. I'm calling you into something new. A new season, a new life, a true freedom. My beloved child, I see every movement within your soul, even the ones you don't dare to put into words. You keep going, keep walking, keep wearing that smile, but deep down you're exhausted. Worn out by what hasn't happened yet. Worn down by the past that still presses on your heart. I know there are moments when you whisper, Lord, are you still there? Are you still listening? And my answer is this: yes, I've never left. You're worried about the future. You think, if I don't worry, who will? But that very worry is slowly eating away at your faith. You forget that I didn't step into your life just to watch you collapse. I came to lift you every time you couldn't lift yourself. You forget that I'm not sitting somewhere distant in the heavens. I'm here, in this room, where you're breathing, reading, living, and aching to be understood. You've heard of my power. But do you truly believe that power is for you? Or have you convinced yourself that you're too small, too flawed, too invisible to matter? If only you understood that I stepped down from glory and hung on a wooden cross, not for the crowds, but for you personally, you would never again doubt your worth. I said you have the authority to tread on serpents and scorpions, not because you're strong, but because I live within you. I've given you spiritual authority that no one and nothing can take from you, if you abide in me. But remember, this power doesn't come from striving to be good enough. It comes from surrendering to my unshakable love. The fear you've been feeding daily, fear of loss, betrayal, failure, it's not from me. It's the result of looking more at the world than at my promises. The more you listen to the world, the more confused you'll be. The more you absorb its judgments, its criticisms, the fears behind others' eyes, the further you drift from the peace I've already prepared for you. I'm not angry at you for being afraid, but I am inviting you to step out of the cycle of old fears. Don't let painful memories keep guiding your steps. I was there, in every failure, every sleepless night, every hidden tear, and I'll still be there. Not just to wipe your tears, but to teach you how to laugh in the middle of the storm. Maybe you believe the people who hurt you took too much from you. Your innocence, your trust, your ability to love freely. But I want you to know, no one can take what I've sealed as yours. Your calling cannot be stolen. The forgiveness I've given cannot be revoked. And the deep joy I'm planting in your soul, no one, not even you, can destroy it, unless you shut me out. Never forget, what I create cannot be easily destroyed. You may experience loss. You may see everything you built with your own hands come crashing down. But if that fall brings you back to my hands, then it's not the end. It's a rebuilding on a foundation that can never be shaken. I see the ones who left you, the ones who once declared their love, then turned away. I do not close my eyes to the injustice you've endured, but instead of locking yourself in bitterness, let me do something miraculous. Let me turn what you called the end into the start of something breathtakingly new. I'm not calling you to pretend to be strong. I'm calling you to come to me in truth, Broken is okay. Wounded is okay. Angry is even okay. Just come. Don't let the distance between us widen because you think you're not good enough for me. You don't need to be perfect to be loved. You only need to be honest. And once you're honest, you'll see I've never left. Even when you denied me, I stood waiting. Even when you fell into temptation, I held your soul from sinking. I'm not the one keeping score. I'm the Father collecting the tears you've cried and using them to water the seeds of a new spring in your life. I know there's still doubt in your heart. I know there are questions no one seems able to answer, and I may not answer all of them right away, but what I give you now is even greater than answers. I give you my presence. Answers may not come immediately, but my peace will sustain you through every unanswered prayer. So choose me, not just once, but every morning. Before the stress piles up, say, Lord, today I choose to believe you are with me. That one sentence may not change the world around you, but it will change how you walk through it. And let me remind you of something you often forget: the power of your words. Your mouth is not just for size, it's a tool to declare life. Every time you say, I won't make it, your soul shrinks. But when you say, I believe God will lead me, I move. So begin again, today. You don't need to wait for a miracle or for everything to feel perfect. Just hand me the chaos you're holding, and I will begin to transform it. From the inside out. My child, don't be afraid to start over. I've seen you sitting there, surrounded by the chaos of life, wondering if you've gone too far, if the road back even exists. And I want you to know this. With me, there is no such thing as too late. There's no distance too far that I won't travel to find you. There's no filth my blood can't wash clean. There is no mistake greater than the love I have for you. You keep thinking you need to change before you can come close to me. But it's when you come close to me that I begin to change you. I never asked you to clean yourself up to enter my house. I'm the one who will wash you through my love and my endless mercy. Look at Peter, the man who denied me 3 times on the night I needed him the most. Yet when he returned, not only did I forgive him, I entrusted him with my flock. And Mary Magdalene, once rejected, once living in darkness, she became the first to proclaim my resurrection. You see, I don't use perfect people, I use surrendered ones. If you feel like you're not strong enough, know this. Your weakness is exactly where my strength can be revealed. When you run out of strength, that's when my grace begins to move. When you run out of words, that's when I speak on your behalf. When you lose all hope, that's when I come close and rekindle the fire in your soul. I do not speak empty promises. Every word I have spoken will come to pass. Maybe not today. Maybe it takes wilderness. Maybe it takes testing. Maybe it means losing things you once held dear. But my plans for you will never be canceled. They're still unfolding step by step, even when you can't see it. You've placed your trust in people, and they let you down. You loved someone deeply, and they walked away. You held high expectations, only to see them shattered. And so, you built a wall around your heart. You became cautious, hesitant, afraid to let anyone in. But child, I am not like people. I don't change with emotions. I don't abandon. I don't betray. I don't deceive. My love isn't based on performance or goodness. It doesn't come and go with time. My love is a foundation, not a reward. And when you plant your feet on that foundation, you will no longer be tossed around by the shifting winds of life. I know you often don't feel my presence, especially when you're hurting, when every door slams shut, when friends disappear, when sickness knocks, when your prayers feel like they echo back unanswered. But it's in those very moments that I am closer than ever. You may not see me, but I'm holding your soul. You may not hear me, but I'm whispering hope to your heart. You may not feel me, but I'm carrying your every step. Never mistake my silence for absence. Sometimes, silence is an invitation to trust, not with your eyes, but with your heart. Stop trying to please everyone. Stop wondering what they think, what they'll say, how they'll judge you. They don't see your heart. They weren't there during your midnight prayers. They didn't hear the words you whispered to me, but I did. And my affirmation, that's the only one you truly need. Don't let toxic words extinguish the flame inside you. I lit that fire, and I will not let anyone snuff it out unless you allow it. Some people are uncomfortable with your light because it exposes their darkness. But you were never created to shrink back so they could feel better. I did not design you to please people. I designed you to glorify me. So walk forward, even if your legs are shaking. Speak out, even if your voice trembles. Believe again, even if your heart has been broken. Because even faith as small as a mustard seed can move mountains. And even just one soul that dares to trust me can transform a generation. Have you ever stopped to wonder why you're still alive? So many are gone, so many tragedies you've survived, so many moments that could have taken you out, but you're still here. That's not random, that's purpose. I still have a mission for you. There are things only you can do. There are people only you can reach. There are wounds that I will heal through you, not because you're perfect, but because you understand brokenness. Because you have me. I don't need you to be the strongest, the smartest, or the most talented. I just need you to be mine. And when you choose me, I'll make a way. I'll put words on your lips, courage in your soul, stability in your steps. I'll bring the right people into your life at just the right time. Doors you thought were closed forever will open, not because you forced them, but because I love you, and I keep my word. I know you're still wrestling with sin, with doubt, with guilt, with old wounds. But I didn't come to throw stones. I came to lift you up from the place others tried to bury you. Each morning when you wake up, just whisper, "Lord, today I'm not walking alone." That's all it takes. I'll handle the rest. I will heal your memories, not by erasing the past, but by redefining it. I'll take what was meant to break you, and I'll use it to glorify my name. I'll turn your scars into testimonies. I'll make what the enemy meant for destruction into tools for divine purpose. Don't measure my faithfulness by your circumstances. Look at the cross. Look at the empty tomb. Look at yourself, still standing. And know this, miracles are still happening. Every single day. My child, I know how many times you've felt like an outsider. You watch others succeed, find happiness, have peaceful families, clear plans, and receive the very things you once prayed for, but haven't seen. You try to rejoice with them, but deep inside you hear that cold whisper, "Why not me?" You've never said it aloud because you think it's selfish or weak, but I want you to know, I've heard that whisper in your heart, and I do not condemn you. I'm not ashamed of your honesty with me. In fact, it's in that very honesty where I can step in and begin to heal. I didn't come to fix the mask you wear. I came to touch the aching soul behind it. Imagine yourself sitting alone in a dark room. No one knows you're there, no one calls your name, but suddenly a small light flickers into the space. That light is me. And I haven't come just to illuminate the room. I've come to lead you out of it. To take you where you truly belong, not where the light is temporary, but where light is your new reality. Your loneliness is not meaningless. It's the deepest cry of your soul, a cry for connection. Not with this passing world, but with me, the one who shaped your soul in the image of eternal love. Remember this, every wound, when placed in my hands, becomes a mark of healing. Every tear you've cried, I've collected. Every desperate prayer you've whispered, I've heard. There are things you think have disappeared, forgotten, but I've stored them in heaven's treasury, and at the right moment, I will pour out blessings like the early rain. Now let me speak to something you've avoided. Forgiveness. Not my forgiveness. I already gave that long ago, when my blood fell at Golgotha for you. I'm talking about the forgiveness you haven't given, to yourself and to those who hurt you. I know someone shattered your trust. Someone took your kindness and betrayed it. And I'm not asking you to forget, but I am inviting you to forgive. Not to free them, but to free yourself. Bitterness, even in small drops, is like poison in clear water. It spreads, and if you don't let me remove it, it will seep into every part of your life. Forgiveness doesn't erase justice, but it clears the path for grace to enter. You also need to forgive yourself. Stop punishing yourself. I knew everything you would do, and I still chose the cross. I've already forgiven you, freely, fully, without hesitation. You don't need to carry that cross. I already carried it for you. My sacrifice wasn't just symbolic. It's living proof that you are no longer under condemnation. You are free to start over, to love again, to hope again, to dream, to build. You are free to stop living as a victim of your past and start walking as an heir of the future I've promised you. I want you to begin living like someone who has been forgiven. not with guilt, not with your head hanging low, but with your head lifted high, not in pride, but in the quiet confidence that you are loved. Don't wait for circumstances to change before you feel joy. Rejoice right here, right now, because I'm with you in this very moment. You may not see it on the outside yet, but inside, I'm doing something miraculous. I'm reshaping your heart, turning stone into garden, ruin into sanctuary. You can't see the roots growing beneath the soil, but one day, they will break the surface. In the same way, you can't see all I'm doing in your life right now, but the day will come when you'll see the fruit and say, "You were never silent, Lord." Sometimes for a flower to bloom, there must first be darkness, there must be time, and you're no different. Don't rush the process. Harvest only comes after the sowing is done. Do you remember Abraham? He waited nearly a lifetime to see my promise fulfilled. He didn't see everything he hoped for, but he lived by faith, and that faith was credited to him as righteousness. You too may not see everything at once, but if you believe, my blessing has already begun to move. Learn to live by faith, not by emotion. Your feelings shift by the hour, but faith is rooted in my promise, and my promise never fails. When you live by faith, you won't be easily shaken by criticism, by setbacks, or by days without clear answers. You'll learn to walk, not because the path is clear, but because you know I'm holding your hand. And as you walk in faith, you will become a light. People will look at you, not because you're flawless, but because they see a glow within you. A light not made by your effort, but shining from my presence within you. I'm calling you out of the darkness, not just so you can be free, but so you can lead others into freedom too. There are souls waiting to hear your story, so they'll know they too can be forgiven, healed, and made new. You don't need to be a preacher. You just need to live authentically, and let me do the rest. I'm not asking you to do something huge. I just need you to be faithful with the small things I've placed in your hands. A kind word, a silent act of love, a midnight prayer, a decision to keep showing up even when you feel nothing. I see it all, and I reward it. I see the times you forgave without ever getting an apology. I see the help you gave when no one else noticed. I see the tears you've hidden from everyone else, and I say this to you. My child, I am proud of you. My child, if you've made it this far, reading every word, feeling every beat of my heart, then your soul already understands. I'm not just comforting you. I'm calling you into something completely new. Comfort is the beginning, but it's not the destination. I didn't create you to live only in safe zones, avoiding pain, dodging failure, waiting for a soft life. I created you to overcome, to influence, to bring light into dark places, to represent my kingdom in a broken world. I know that sounds big. You may think you're too ordinary, too limited, too small. But don't forget, I used a shepherd boy to slay Goliath. I used a young, unknown girl to carry the Savior of the world. I used a man who once murdered my followers to write most of the New Testament. I don't see you the way the world does. I see what I placed inside you, and today I'm calling that part to rise. You're standing at a threshold, not of collapse, but of healing, breakthrough, growth, and transformation. But to cross that threshold, you'll need to let go. Let go of your own plans. Let go of what you've been clinging to. Let go of the image of who you thought you needed to be. Because what I have for you is greater than anything you've ever asked for. You may not see the full map, but I do. I've already drawn out every step, and I will not ask you to walk it alone. I will go with you. Start with simple obedience. Wake up just a little earlier to pray. Read my word, not as a ritual, but like a starving soul reaching for the bread of life. Listen when I whisper. Don't dismiss the gentle nudges, because sometimes the smallest steps lead to the greatest miracles. And when you fall, don't hide. Run back to me. I'm not waiting with a whip. I'm waiting with the arms of a merciful Father. Don't assume you'll never feel hurt again, never face disappointment, never go to battle. You will. But you'll be different, because now you know who's fighting with you. I will not leave you alone. I will not let the dream I planted in you wither. I will not let old wounds define your future. I will go before you, make a way, and stand guard behind you. Remember, a new season is not just a new feeling. It's a decision, a spiritual decision. Today, decide that you will not return to fear. You will not make peace with doubt. You will not walk like someone forgotten. Because I, Jesus, am your God. I do not forget, I do not delay, I do not waver. I am faithful, powerful, full of mercy, slow to anger, and rich in love. You are my sheep. And even if you lose your way again, I will come find you. But today I don't just want you saved. I want you established, equipped, sent, and blessed, so that you can go rescue others. I've planted something inside you that this world cannot uproot: eternal life. I'm giving you new vision, new spiritual clarity, new eyes that can see beyond the surface. I'm training your soul to view life not through emotion, but through faith. You are no longer someone crushed by circumstances. You are someone called to stand up in the middle of them. Even when everything around you looks uncertain, speak my word, pray in faith, and act as someone sent by heaven. From this day on, you no longer live just to survive. You live to build. You live to love. You live to lead. You live to shine. You live because I live in you. Don't wait until everything is easy to begin. Begin in the storm, and you'll see me make you walk on water. I bless your mind that it may be renewed, that negative words, old images, and false beliefs will be erased by eternal truth. I bless your hands to build, to touch, to lift. I bless your feet to walk the right path. I bless your mouth that your words would carry life, not death. I give you spiritual ears to hear me in the noise of this world. I give you a sensitive heart, so you don't grow numb from disappointment. I give you new dreams, so you don't keep living in old cycles. I give you wisdom, so you don't repeat the mistakes of the past. My beloved, this is your moment to rise. Not because you are enough, but because I am enough for you. Not because you know everything, but because you know I am the one who knows all. Now is your time to walk into the season of breakthrough. A season where you will see me move, not just in others, but in your own life. Don't doubt anymore. Don't delay. Don't make excuses. Come to me right now. Give me that heart. Give me that dream. Give me that fear. And I will give you peace, life, and unshakable hope in return. You've heard enough. Now it's time to act. Rise up. Wipe your tears. Lift your head. Step forward. Because I am your God. And I say to you, stop worrying, my beloved child. What's happening right now, it's not the end, it's the beginning. I will not abandon you. I'm doing a new thing, and you won't miss it. Amen. My dear child, if you're still here, still listening, then your heart already knows. Worry no longer has the right to rule your life. You no longer need to carry what I've already carried for you. You no longer have to find your own way, because I am the way. Enough with the days spent drowning in doubt. Enough with the nights trapped in silent anxiety. Enough with the questions like, am I even worthy of being loved? And my answer is, yes. Absolutely yes. Because I, Jesus, chose you long before you ever knew my name. I know you're not perfect, but I don't love you because you're perfect. I love you so you can be transformed. My love doesn't fluctuate. It doesn't shrink. It doesn't depend on how you feel about yourself. It's constant, like the sun behind thick clouds, always shining even when you can't see it. And today, you've heard my call. No more doubting, no more waiting, no more saying, maybe someday, because that day is today. Start again. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You don't need to wait for your life to be all cleaned up. Begin at your weakest point, because that's where I will begin rebuilding your life with grace, truth, and power. I am here, closer than you think. And if you say yes, I will step in to heal, to renew, to uphold, and to lead you forward. Say this to me now. Lord, today I no longer want to live under worry. I trust you, I choose you, and I surrender everything into your hands. If you say this from the depths of your heart, every chain holding you back will fall. Peace will flood in, your mind will breathe again, and your future, though still unclear, will shine brighter than you ever imagined. You are no longer alone. You are no longer lost. You no longer have to hold yourself together by your own strength, because I am your God, and I will never abandon you.